Kenya is generally a youthful nation, and people have the greatest potential in terms of moving this country to the next level. Now, if you look at the challenges that young people face, and that includes teenage pregnancy, the issues around forced marriages, the issues around to do with unsafe abortion, the issue of inadequate access to contraceptions, and these have quite damning effects on young people if they cannot be able to access these services. My name is Victor Asugu. I work for Network for Adolescent and Youth of Africa, and my day-to-day work involves providing strategic leadership in the organization, just ensuring that people are motivated, people are willing to go, and ensuring that there is that culture that everyone looks forward to coming to work every day. The other aspects involves seeking strategic partnerships just to ensure that NAYA is a going concern, and also ensuring that we can be able to hire the best talent to roll the vision, mission, and objectives of the organization. How NAYA started is NAYA started in 2001 when the Planned Parenthood Federation of America convened the second International Adolescent Conference.
During that conference, we decided as young people to create a platform, a movement, a coalition, or a movement that can be able to advocate for the rights of young people, particularly in sexual reproductive health rights. A movement that can be able to create platform where young people can be able to build their capacity, get the right information on sexual reproductive health and rights, and be able to converge and share their ideas on how they can move on together in terms of advocating for their rights. That's how basically NAYA came into being. One thing that we did is that we identified the right organization to mother us, if I can call it so, to guide us in terms of programs, in terms of financial management, and in terms of direction, strategic direction. That's one thing that we put in place, and that took us 5 years. The second thing that we put in place rightly is the identification organization that we're working with. We identify the organization that were mainly focused on working with the young people, advocating for the rights of young people. That also supported as a bit, because we're getting the right organization, the right mind, the right direction, and the right people. As a young organization that is starting, or that has just started, we didn't have enough money to run our programs.
In 2006, we were 2 people in a small corner office hosted by Family Programs Promotion Services, and by that time we were operating on a budget of $10,000 US, and given how constraining that was, and the growth process started steadily around 2010 when we received our first grant from the HEVOS, from the International Office to work on sexual and reproductive health and rights. Then we moved in 2012, we received another grant from Choice for Youth and Sexuality in the Netherlands, and we continued receiving support from Choice, and not only support, it was also around the technical, it was not only the financial support, it was also around the technical support to set up structure to have more young people joining NAYA as youth advocates, and from there it has been I would say a steady growth, and we have really expanded the team. We have expanded the reach. We have also grown in terms of our financial muscles, and and we can only look forward for a better future.
My name is Robert Aseda. I work with the Network for Adolescent and Youth of Africa, that's NAYA, as the head of programs. It entails basically looking at how we can be able to work with young people, develop programs that respond to the sexual and reproductive health and rights needs of young people, and see how we can be able to ensure that the programs are fully implemented so that we can be able to bring change to the young people that we serve in Kenya and around the world. The thing about NAYA is that when there are always opportunities, at least they look within the cohort of young people that they work with. And the people who work at NAYA now, most of them started as youth advocates or as volunteers.
I am among the young people who started NAYA, together with Victor, Immaculate, and I can say I am who I am because of the support and empowerment I got through NAYA.
I knew NAYA when it was in a single room. It's NAYA that made me who I am today. Specifically, NAYA trained me on media advocacy. NAYA gave me, I would say, skills on how to present, how to deliberate on aspects, how to give call to action, from proposal writing to making noise in the streets.
The first days at NAYA, what stood out for me that's still outstanding is the exposure. I was just a young guy from my school struggling with the college life. But then there comes exposure. The exposure in terms of capacity building that was tailor-made to fit our level of understanding. The exposure in terms of meeting with the high-profile persons within the county. At that young age, with the limited experience, you are able to have conversation and buy-in with the directors, the chief officers, the MCAs. That exposure is really very, very important. About the team, I will say that until now, I'm still in contact with the majority of whom we were youth advocates during then. That tells you that during that time, the spirit of teamwork was on another level, because I remember vividly when we were introduced to the NAYA Kenya, there are some key core values, I will call them, that are stuck on us. One, the spirit of voluntarism, then spirit of teamwork. Teamwork is also very key. So those core values guided us to know that we are a team and work together across Homa Bay, Kisumu, Siaya, Migori, Nairobi, and those other counties. And up to a greater percentage, around 50 or so, we are still in touch with them.
I was with NAYA in 2014 as an advocate, as a media advocate. It feels very long now when I say 2014, but it happened at a very pivotal time in my life where I was trying to figure out, as a 23-year-old, trying to figure out what is there for me other than just sharing my story. I came into the space because I had a story of overcoming so much that we experience as young women, and especially young women who have been raised and brought up or born in the slums of Nairobi. So coming to NAYA, I was feeling really lost because people were talking about advocacy, very technical advocacy. I thought advocacy was just telling your story. So it was hard for me to maneuver and find my space, but eventually I did. And I met one of the advocates who became a really good friend of mine, Brenda. So Brenda helped me maneuver and answer some bit of the questions. And I think she was the best friend to Aseda, and by the virtue of us being together, it came sort of a close-knit, people I could easily rely on.
It's been really a good journey in terms of getting opportunity to speak in high-level forums and also just represent the voices of young people. And now when I speak, I represent NAYA, and also I'm still growing, and I have a platform to grow and also build my professional skills in different aspects, whether it's policy analysis, it's program management. So I have skills that are gained from the work that I do.
Tangu NAYA ikuje back to the community, imebring minds za watu wamejua FGM is bad. Without NAYA, sijui kama tungekuwa tuna work to end FGM ama bado tungekuwa tuna practice FGM. So I would like to say thank you to NAYA for the support, bringing the change to the community and impacting knowledge to the community to see a change for the coming generation.
At NAYA, we've had a wonderful team. We've had people who are aggressive, people who are go-getters, and people who are willing to correct you in love. And, you know, we are a team that we are a family, that, you know, we are going for this, and we go for it. We are implementing this, and that has to be done. So the team has been great, very supportive. Each and every person wants to be a team leader, you know. If it gets to that point, then, you know, that's a very, very good team, and, you know, everyone takes responsibility for each and every step of implementation. You know, you are in charge of a particular entity, you know, it has been bestowed to you. It only tells that, you know, the capability that you have, that we have to do all this. So we've had amazing team members. Those who've come, those who've left, are saying that, you know, however much I left, maybe for greener pastures, but that's home.
The ideology behind us being brought together as a network really gave us an opportunity to look at things with a greater lens.
So I think the organizational culture has been immense in ensuring that first of all, young people are seen not just as beneficiaries, but they are seen as proactive participants, proactive people who can be able to move the organization to the next level. So it all boils down to the trust that the organization has had in the young people, the continued mentorship, the opportunities that exist for capacity building, for linking with other young people.
Over the years, we have stressed in terms of more of hiring for attitude than just looking at the skill part alone. So for me, attitude has been very critical in our hiring process because then skills can be acquired along the way, but attitude can never be acquired. If you have a punctured attitude, then I mean, you are off the latitude.
Wakianzisha hii organization yao, I think kitu yenye walinipenda nayo kufanya bidii, kutia bidii kwa kazi yangu. So, na nilikuwa humble by that time. Kufanya na watu wa NAYA kazi, kitu inanifurahisha sana. Walinichukua like mama wao, like mkubwa wao. Ingawa hata kama kuna mkubwa wangu, but naonanga mimi ndio mkubwa wao. So, wako like wamenipea hiyo heshima sana. Sana like their mom. So na wana hiyo upendo pia. Yeah.
The feeling we wanted always to create is a less bureaucratic organization, but an organization then that allows people to unleash their potential, an organization that allows people to make mistake, and we own these mistakes and allow them to grow. If you look at how the growth has been, for example, when we were setting up the Kisumu office, our colleague in Kisumu, Abdallah, came up and said, I've been able to speak to the Ministry of Youth, and the coordinator has allowed us to that we can be, NAYA can support in terms of the management of the Youth Empowerment Center in Nyamasaria, but we didn't have anything. So Abdallah would go to the office and sit. He had 2 stones and a plank of wood. He would sit there during the day with on laptop, just trying to support in doing a few things, and then later on we looked, we worked with him, and his dad supported us by donating some of the furniture to set up our Kisumu office, and then the other colleagues came in, such as Immaculate, just to support in the running of the organization.
This is an organization that has built me, because from being a volunteer to a program officer progressing, then you progress to a programs manager, then now you are at that senior programs manager. That is a journey that you always want to write as you progress. So for me, it has been a journey of growth. It has given me opportunity to see the world, to move, make friends outside the country, interact with different dignitaries at different spaces, different platforms, but also network with the different institutions beyond what you would have imagined. My tenure during a volunteer was one of the most interesting journey that I had, because it gave me an opportunity to be able to explore and really understand what is sexual reproductive health, something that I had not learned. I think NAYA has made me to see life in a different direction, that it is not only as an individual, as Immaculate, but how do you impact on the people around your space. So for me, one of the things that I am always very proud of is how do I leave a mark on the people that I engage with? How do I leave an impact? And I'm always proud to say that I have seen NAYA at its lowest moment to its peak currently.
We can't forget our colleague Ricky, who has also done a very commendable job in setting up our office in Migori, and just ensuring that our work speaks for itself.
We have been largely working around policy documents, including budget documents within the county, where we support their development, we support the implementation, but also we support reviews of some of these documents so that they are effectively speaking to the needs of these young people.
What I would say about NAYA is that they are very flexible. When they come to the county, they ask what is the need for the county. So when we share the need, they fit in according to the need for the county, and that has really made us easy. I had a lot of issues in how to empower these young people, and I really want to appreciate NAYA has empowered these young people. It is their empowerment that is making the young people even being used by other partners and other organizations and other sectors to talk about their issues. Another key thing is that NAYA helped us track the implementation of this. Actually, they supported the county to come up with a tool, an M&D tool of tracking the implementation of this action plan. That is something very key that even now, no any other plan for the county has been tracked like that one. It feels so nice when we realize that these matters for young people is not for a department alone, it's for everybody, including the community, including the schools, myself and yourself.
The enabling environment we have currently is through the support of NAYA. and many other partners who share a common goal. A goal where leaders are able to respond to the needs of the youth and the needs of the community. When NAYA, ventured into Homa Bay, we had zero policies around gender, around youth, around sexual reproductive health. People were just working helter-skelter here and there. I can say the public participation model in Homa Bay currently that is being spoken about nationally is those small movements that NAYA was able to make, bringing community together, having them present their issues in a structured way, engaging with the decision makers, both at county and executive, with partners coming together through a network and voicing their needs and agreeing that they need to, take advantage of each other's effort and not compete.
I can see in Mombasa County and NAYA, we have a good relationship, especially in terms of the YP programming, because when we call upon your support, we've seen NAYA supporting. NAYA is a partner that we have worked with for quite some time in implementing adolescent health programming. That's a very big impact for us as a county, because the strategy is also directing the population and the stakeholders on interventions that are geared towards adolescent and young persons' health. As a county, we cannot do alone. Partners are very important to actually enhance what the county has.
I think one of the early successes was in terms of the growth of our the resource base, and that meant that we could be able to absorb people and the human capital that supported in terms of growth, but we could also be able to partner more with the government, the national government, and then the county government, and from that it has always been around the supportive, the support we get from our partners and the support we get from both the national and the county government. And
we got an invitation from them concerning for a training on policy making and how to engage the public on the policies that we passed. So we had a forum with them, and the forum was successful. After that forum, we had an engagement with the public where we met like 500 youth to discuss different policies that were passed by the County Assembly of Mombasa. Actually, we've had capacity building trainings, and that has enhanced how members participate in the debates in the floor, and also how they reason pertaining to different issues, owing to the fact that they have the information and they are well equipped with the information, so they can debate within the framework of knowledge and law at the same time.
Partnerships helps in terms of filling the gaps in several ways, and that is both technical and financial, but they also help in terms of unlocking spaces that you might not be able to go to if you are not in such partnerships. So partnerships remain a very critical frontier in any organization. If you want to grow, if you want to cement what you're doing, because people will always put in a word for you in terms of in spaces where you've not been able to.
I would say if we were to analyze our biggest supporters, our biggest support, then NAYA will be among those on top. because each and every activity that we intend to conduct or we have conducted since last year, we have brought them on board, and they have willingly supported. And those that they are not able to support, then they communicate that this time we are not in a position to support, but feel free to write to us in the coming activities. NAYA is not in Changamwe. You are in Changamwe, right? NAYA is not in Changamwe. For their presence to be felt in Changamwe, it is very noble that they use organizations like TIME, that is at the grassroots level. And again, we are all trying to address same issues. Same issues. So it is very paramount that we synergize the energy between the two organizations and the resources that the two organizations have to achieve whatever we envision as organization.
The She-Leads program is implemented in 3 different counties, having, of course, NAYA as one of the implementing partners. For the period NAYA has been in Kwale, I do believe there has been change, considering a lot of the girl groups or the GWW-led groups have even gone as far as registering as small organizations.
As tunaweza, we've reached a point whereby even Network for Adolescent and Youth of Africa are now even giving us resources, because there are 2 critical programs that they have been able to be like our donors. We have moved from their capacity builders, and now they are also giving us resources to move along, and also ensuring that they are engaged in our organizational development and system strengthening as a CBO.
I mean, we have been on a very steady growth trajectory, and we have grown to a budget of $1 million USD per year, and so that's quite something, and I attribute that to the team, how they've been able to turn things around, and how everyone has been able to inject their skills and strengths into the growth of the organization, and that's always commendable, and it's critical for the growth of any organization.
We are looking for resources to be able to move to more counties, because we want to be able to be in a place whereby we can be able to work in all the 47 counties in Kenya. That is the dream that we have, so that at least the young people in that county can be able to also benefit from capacity building, benefit from technical assistance, benefit from mentorship, and benefit from direct engagement with their policymakers and decision makers on the issues that affect them.
As NAYA turns 20, I believe NAYA aims at enhancing the capacity of young people and is also big on meaningful engagement of youth. So I believe my message will be to NAYA to keep on doing what they're doing and keep on enhancing the capacity of young people and making sure that young people are meaningfully engaged in the communities that they are in.
As NAYA, you're celebrating 20 years. I first of all want to congratulate you. Congratulations for the milestone. It is not easy to achieve whatever you have achieved. So receive heartfelt congratulations from one of your partner, that is Tayo. Secondly, I will wish to request you to continue the good work that you are doing by touching the lives of young people, by pushing for the address of the issues that young people are facing in terms of sexual and reproductive health.
I'm saying NAYA, broaden your scope. Look at other health issues that are affecting adolescent and young people. Adolescents have gender-based are violated every day sexually and other forms of violence. Adolescents and young people are suffering mental health. They are stressed. The environment is not so good for them. So broaden the scope into other components of health.
As NAYA turns 20, I first want to congratulate them for being there for those 20 years, for being for making us even achieve our dreams. Personally, I've seen NAYA help me achieve my dreams while working for the county, because the things I wanted to do, whenever I requested for their support, they gave the support that I needed. So congratulations, NAYA. Long live NAYA.
As we celebrate 20 years of existence, that is NAYA, do whatever you do it best, sustain the momentum, and don't look back.
Yeah, as NAYA turned 20 years, we want to congratulate them and for the good work they have been doing in the lives of young people of Kenya.
I wish you guys all the best. Please continue mentoring us. We still have young people in the organization who really require your services.
To the brainchild of NAYA, just know that this little seed that you placed into the ground has turned out into a big tree with so many fruits, with so many branches, and it's giving shade to so many people and so many living things underneath. This is a tree that everybody would want to associate with right now.
Dear NAYA, as you turn 20, it has been an amazing journey, and it will continue to be an amazing journey. My hope and my vision is that we grow beyond. We have stood the test of time. Remember, NAYA chapters was so many. There was NAYA Uganda, there was NAYA Rwanda, but currently it's only NAYA Kenya that is standing. Let's hope that we will continue being an organization that helps the young people, but at the end of the day, we will continue with the passion and the love that we have.
As NAYA celebrates 20 years of existence, I would wish the team to focus on developing sustainability strategies, for example, in terms of a one-stop center where the youths can be able to train, can be able to develop their own programs in terms of advocacy, and can be able to share their experiences and create activities that can be able to advance their development.
It has been 20 years of great work. It has been 20 years of great support from our partners and from my colleagues at NAYA, and to all my colleagues. I would like to say thank you for your support. I'd like to say thank you for your dedication, and thank you for the team spirit that you've injected in the organization over the 20 years, and we would not be celebrating 20 years if you did not unleash the human capital and the strength within you. And to our partners, we are sustainable because you have trust in us, and because you have allowed us to do what we do best, and that's our advocacy work on sexual and reproductive health and rights. And therefore, this is 20 years of impact.